Hey, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and label our HCPCS book. And I know it's a little late in the year, but listen, better late than not, right? Okay, so I have my labels that I create for my HCPCS book. So I'm going to go ahead and get it labeled. If you want these templates, if you want this template, just let me know. Send me an email. Go to our website, advancedcodingservices.com. I'm happy to send you the template. Look for the link below. We will also get you the link so that you can buy these tabs. So once you get the template, you can just go ahead and buy them yourself and make them, and then you will have your own template. You'll have your own template and your own tabs. So I have one for introduction, and then symbols and conventions, and then we're going to move on to our HCPCS procedures. Remember, you just kind of want to space these out. I know some people just put them on haphazardly. Remember, these are your books. However you want to label them is what makes sense. If you want to label them, then label them. If you don't, then don't. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just a personal preference. It's how you use your books. And I was told the other day, literally the other day, I'm old and I'm old school because I like my books. I like to feel them and touch them. It just gives me more, I feel like it gives me more information and more confidence probably than just using, those online software thingies, Encoder Pro and stuff. I'm not knocking them, I'm just saying. Okay, so I have introduction, symbols and conventions, HCPCS procedures, my anatomical illustrations, because those are important, right? And then we're going to get into the alpha index. Remember, you always want to bring it back so you can line that up. And then I'm going to get into my transportation codes. Now I'm going to tell you, here's a secret, a Beth secret, if you will. When I was taking my CPC exam, all those years ago, I knew where the ambulance codes were. They're right there at the very beginning, A0021. I knew where they were, but I'm going to tell you, my page is stuck, so I couldn't figure it out, and I'm sure I got that one wrong. But now I make sure everybody knows that they are there. I make sure everybody looks at them. We fluff that page so that you have your transportation code so nobody gets that one wrong like I did. Okay, and then we have our medical and surgical supplies. These are still your A codes. And of course, I'm using the AAPC HCPCS book because that's just what makes sense for most of us. And then I'm going to do my administrative, miscellaneous, and investigational. Okay, so not looking so bad yet, huh? Okay, so let's keep going. Then we're going to get into your enteral and parenteral therapies. Get that labeled. And then we're going to get into our outpatient payment perspectives, your C codes. Most of us don't use those, but if you do, let's get those labeled. If you have your CPC and you're really looking to get another one kind of quick without having to learn a whole new topic, I would encourage you to look at your COC because it's the CPC, just has a couple extra questions about outpatient payment perspective, which are in your HCPCS book. It's just like taking that CPC exam all over again. None of us want to do that, but that could be a quick second credential for you. Get that under your belt. I would encourage you to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and get our G codes. Those are your professional services. Those are typically our Medicare providers, our Medicare codes. Okay. And then we're going to get into the H's. These are your alcohol and drug abuse treatment codes. Get that labeled. And then my favorites, one of my favorites in here, are our administrative codes, or our injectables, sorry. These are your drugs that are administered other than oral. These are all your J codes. And remember, you're going to look up your J codes in the back, and we're going to get there in just a minute, okay? So those are all your J codes. When you're coding your J codes, you have to remember, it's very, very important that you remember that it's per unit. You have to read that definition to know what a unit is defined as, okay? And then we're going to get your chemotherapy codes, also J codes, but we're going to get those chemotherapy codes labeled. And then your DME codes, all those K codes. Did you know for a short period of time I worked in DME? Long ago, feels like forever ago. I was actually pregnant with my son, who is now 27. Don't tell anybody that I have children that are almost in their 30s. Because remember, I am not 30 yet. Okay, so far looking pretty okay? Okay, now we're gonna get into our L codes, our orthotic procedures and services. Get those labeled. And then we have our prosthetics. Remember, those are a little different. Orthotics and prosthetics. They're similar, but not the same. Okay. And then we're going to get into our medical services. Those are your M codes. And I know some people label their HCPCS books and some people don't. Typically I don't, but I wanted to do this so that you guys could have a tutorial on how to label your HCPCS book. Okay, so we have orthotics, prosthetics, medical services, and then we've done that pathology and laboratory services. And of course you can tell if you look at the sides, I don't know if you can see that well, but if you look at the sides, you can tell that each section or each chapter has a different color. And so that can help you differentiate, okay? And then we have our Q codes, which are going to be our temporary codes. Get that labeled. And then we have a 1 page of R codes for our diagnostic radiology section. Get that labeled. Which then brings us right into our S codes. These are your temporary national codes. When I worked for a hot minute, I don't know, a couple years in home health, a lot of our services were in S codes. And then we have our T codes. These are your national codes established for Medicaid. So you might have some of your Medicaid services using these T codes. Okay, very good. Oh no, we've used the whole sheet. It's okay, we have more. Have to make sure I'm on the right side because some of these printed kind of wonky, see? So I'm gonna use this side. So here we have our vision services. And then we have our hearing services. I might have printed these kind of wonky, but that's all right. You'll figure them out, right? Okay. And then we're going to have our table of drugs and biologicals. This is where you're going to look up those fun little codes that we were looking at in your J section, your injectables. This is where you're going to look them up, okay? I would also encourage you to look at your abbreviations that's used in the table of biologicals. You have IA, IV, IM. Look at those, and probably it wouldn't be a bad idea to write the definition. What is intra-arterial? That's an artery, right? So I'd write artery, because remember, it's not about remembering or memorizing anything. It's about knowing how to use your books. Okay, and then we're going to get into Appendix B. And then we're going to have your appendix. Appendix B is a big section, huh? And then we have your appendix C, which is your list of abbreviations. Listen, if you have not wandered your way through your HCPC book, this is a really good opportunity to do that. Okay. And then we have your appendix D, which is your place of service. This is where your place of service is defined. It's going to tell you what is a place of service 11. We know that's an office, right? Because it says office. But here it's defined as location other than a hospital, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to know really how a place of service is defined, that's a really good place to look. And then we have our appendix E. See, those are removable. Okay. And then we're going to get into our appendix F. For your ACS, those are your ambulatory surgery centers, those are your payment indicators. And then we have appendix G, which are NCCI edits. Those are in your book. Encourage you to look at those, okay? And then we have appendix H, which are our national correct coding policies. Again, if you have not read through these, I would challenge you, take an opportunity to do that. And I would say if you do it, tell me, send me an email that says, hey, I've read them. Tell me something that you learned. There we go. Look through them. Tell me something that you have learned and we'll send you a little something, something. I don't know what. Maybe a free membership to the Apple Orchard. Something. We'll put you, but we'll give you a little something, something to reward you. Okay, so we have labeled our HCPC book. Doesn't it look pretty? And remember, in your HCPC book, you have all of these modifiers. You can tell your HCPC's modifiers because they're always 2 digits. Quite frequently, there's an alpha involved. Okay, you're going to have an alpha numeric or an alpha alpha, and then your CPT modifiers are always numeric. Okay, so we have labeled our HCPC book for 2025. There you go, my friend. If you have any questions, let me know. Send me an email, beth@advancedcodingservices.com. Like us on Facebook. If there's a topic that you're struggling with that you really want to get some answers for, send me an email. And if we do a section on that or a segment, we will do a shout out to you and make sure that you get that. And maybe we'll interview you and put you on the channel with us. But reach out, because we want to make sure that we are answering the questions that you guys have. Not just putting out content that I want to put out, but content that makes sense, that answers your questions, okay? I think we're good. Don't forget to check out the link below. It'll have our links to Amazon, which will show you all of the stuff that we have purchased. I'll also put a link on there for all of the supplies that I personally use to label my books and to make all my notes in my books. Because, you make notes and then those pens smear. I have some great pens that a great friend, Chandra Stevenson, introduced to me. And they're amazing. And I will share those with you guys. So let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you back here next time.